Okay, now as for the mechanisms that bring forth the Mandela effect, yeah, I'm still calling it the Mandela effect, but sometimes I call it Mandela effect. And oh boy, so so what I was thinking is that basically it's just come to me. Yeah, it's just like it's come to me out of the blue. Like if you consider inception, yeah, and uh, the quantum law of entanglements. Yeah. Now, of course, I have been saying that these guys are morons, but now I'm thinking about it. Well, um, it's a level of understanding that is quite brilliant, really, but it's still on a global scale. It's a bit dumb, innit? Yeah, but um, the way they do it is signs of very high intelligence. But then again, when you look at intelligent people, these are people who are so intelligent in their field, but they can't even tie their shoelace, right? So it's a bit like that. It's very intelligent, the way they construct the Mandela effect, but the fact that they do it in the first place is just dumb. But basically, I'm looking at it this way. So they can use the media and social networks or whatever to incept ideas in us, yeah, and then once they have us taking to a belief, yeah, then if the number of people who believe in something increases, whether that happened or not, when you look at entanglements, you can actually use the fact that people believe in one thing to change something else, yeah. So entanglements is basically like if two objects are entangled together and they separate, one object will start to get attributes or properties of the other, and vice versa. So, in such a way where if a black and white cat were together, um, entangled, on a global scale, we'll say, well, if they were fucking really and they're separated, um, one will start having the other's memories. Yeah, so you can say, right, um, and one's reality will start to affect the other's reality, and that's a real phenomenon. That's a real thing. So these must be masters of manipulating, well, taking advantage of the quantum entanglements, but on a global scale, where you're looking at conscious entanglements. Our consciousness entangle with each other from a day-to-day basis, and when we separate, those are like two entities separating. So these are masters, and they're masters of manipulation. Yeah. So basically, you use the media and known media to incept an idea or to make people look away from something. Yeah. And then you separate from them and you change it. Yeah. And that also changes in their reality. I don't know how to do it because I'm not a master manipulator, but they are very intelligent at what they do. But it's just that when they do it, um, it's not so clever to do it. I mean, it's a bit like having um, a nuclear bomb, but you can't use it because you just disturb the environment and so forth. So it's a bit like having a weapon that you shouldn't use, where if you used it, you're dumb. Yeah. So, but in terms of intelligence, they are very, very, very intelligent manipulators, very intelligent. And I would believe that I wouldn't say secret society, but I would believe that they are interested people, interested parties who would very much like to toy with humanity in that way, where they can make us not look at something whilst they're with us, and then separate from us and change it, and then it starts to change it in our reality, because of the entanglement principle. Yeah. So they can incept an idea in us for us to look away from an object. Yeah. Then change that object, and then it changes in our reality too, because we were once entangled with them. Yeah. I don't know the whole construct because I'm not one of them, obviously. But as a victim, I'm also looking at it. But it's actually very intelligent if you think about it, if they can pull it off. But looking at their results, obviously they can't. It happens. It works for most people, but then there's a fair amount of people who are actually left out of it, where they did not take to it, or the accepted idea did not take. Maybe they look at the highest rated programs and I don't know, YouTube channels or social network channels, and they accept ideas in those, but those who are not watching at the time would have missed that. So something like that. I don't know what it is, but anyway, the fact that we are not always looking at the same thing at the same time means that you can never really pull it off that way. So applying the Mandela effect is dumb, but the mechanisms behind it is genius. It's pure genius.